It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Right now, the Pistons are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. A look at the starting group for the Magic. They've got Muhammad. Hill is out there with Okafor. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Ellis in a shooting guard.
You know, I didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Drummond. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Paul. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Paul's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the middle. Here's Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass. Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15-29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
The drive by Jackson.
Magic foul.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone, as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
For Orlando, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Ellis kicks to Hill. Pass to Muhammad. Magic moving the ball around. And it's Ellis penetrating. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game he's got to tighten up.
Pass to Hill. And stolen by Drummond. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated 3-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync. Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Drummond a screen. Jackson with it. Now defended by Muhammad. Ilyasova. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Now for Jody Meeks, we were just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just one short of the Pistons' all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Good on the second free throw. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Cleveland. Drummond with a screen on Paul. Jackson kicks to Ilyasova. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Paul with the ball. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Hill dishes to Ellis. Muhammad the pass to Okafor. The inside shot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That free throw, no good. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Detroit. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Kicks it out to Ellis. Out to the right wing. Picked by Okafor. Muhammad dishes to Okafor. Kicks to Hill. Deflects the pass. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Paul. Right through the D for the layup. Paul's got 5 now.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
The kick out to Ilyasova. No good on the 3. Magic leading by 5. Paul passes to Muhammad. Back to Paul. Fires the 3. And Muhammad the bucket on the assist by Paul. Muhammad's got his second bucket of the night.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk over.
Well, Greg, you play and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Black, he's checked in for Reggie Evans. Spates checked in for the Magic. Pistons trailed by 8.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
Here's Paul, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Here's Okafor. Black grabs the board.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Jackson kicks to Meeks. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about Paul. He doesn't need to be blazing fast or quick to beat you. He can play seemingly on one leg and still dismantle a defense.
Now here's Ilyasova. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Meeks, good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Paul kicks to Spates. Back to Paul. He feeds it to Muhammad. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Bounces high off the rim and drops. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And they double up Paul. Puts it up. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Pistons trailed by 4. The feed to Ilyasova. And stolen by Spates. And here we go. Fast break. Muhammad's got it. Ellis with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Inside. Layup off the pick. Spates dishes to Paul. And it's Okafor at the elbow. It's tipped. And stolen by Cephalosha. Ilyasova passes to Jackson. The shot is off.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Black. And it's on a bounce to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. The Magic making a switch here. Neal's checked in. There's a screen. Detroit, no good that time either. Magic leading by 4. Now Paul. 7 points in the game. To the middle. Spates kicks to Okafor. Just 4 to shoot. Connects on the 9-footer. And the Magic lead by 6. The Pistons have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Paul. And Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A different look here for Detroit. Pierce is checked in for Cephalosha. Johnson comes in for Meeks. And it's Marshall in for Reggie Jackson. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Orlando. Joe Ingles comes in for Muhammad. Now, here's Marshall. Here's Pierce. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot to stop the drought. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Pistons making a change here. Calathes is checked in. Off the pick. And it's Johnson again missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Ingles can't get it to go. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The pass to Ilyasova. The dish to Pierce. He kicks to Black. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And Pierce is good for 3. Pierce has got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Snatched away. Here's Calathes. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Neal kicks to Ingles. The drive by Paul. Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Devin Harris is checked in for the Magic. Here's Harris. Passes it to Neal. Back to Harris. Jacks up a three. Black grabs the board. Pistons trailed by 3. Harris on the double team. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Dishes it to Pierce. Clock at 6. Good. Great play by Cuevas to set it up. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game. Marshall, he's checked in for Detroit. Now here's Spates. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The Pistons trailing. Marshall with it. Picked up by Harris. And Pierce, here we go. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over to the left wing. Ilyasova can't hit.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Pierce. Fade away. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Tariq Black. That's his first foul. Now here is Harris. Feeds to Spates. Back to Harris. And no good trying to get that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Magic lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
Kendall Marshall out there with Johnson. Then it's Pierce. Then there's Evans. And it's Black in at the 5 down low. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And the shot is good. And that's now 7 points for Paul Pierce.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Ellis left side. Puts it up from 17. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 6 points for Ellis.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Right side, Pierce. 5 on the clock. No luck. And Orlando will come the other way. Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career. Points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. It never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
Hill kicks to Ingles. Marshall with the steal. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Pierce is running. That ties it up. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Lock at 6. Ingles kicks to Ellis. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ellis has got 4 points this quarter. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And here is Marshall. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Evans dishes to Johnson. The kick out to Pierce. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Pass to Ingles. He dishes it to Ellis. Out to Harris. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Ellis, the pass to Dedmon. Ellis outside. Over Johnson. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Johnson outside. Pierce with a screen for Johnson. Pass to Marshall. Lets it go with the 3. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And the Pistons lead by 1.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Ingles kicks to Harris. It's stolen by Johnson. Marshall with it. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Marshall. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. A 3 ball. Hill pulls it in.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Orlando also making some changes. Okafor's checked in, and it's Muhammad in for Joe Ingles. The kick out to Hill. Okafor dishes to Muhammad. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. The Pistons have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. It's Jackson with the drive. From deep, Ilyasova. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. Orlando's shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Spates checked in for Orlando. Gary Neal comes in for Ellis. And Drummond kicks to Meeks. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 3rd rebound.
That ass.
Yeah.
Well, I know what highlight we're leading the post-game show with, that's for sure.
He has gone mad. He's gone crazy.
I don't know if he's crazy, but that dunk was insane.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Paul is doubled. And then Okafor slams it in.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Cephalosha's shot is good.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
The feed to Muhammad. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Ilyasova.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And Detroit has possession. Okafor with the steal.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
To the paint. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the paddles. Let's give it up for your auto motion.
A different look here for Detroit. Evans comes in for Drummond. And Paul Pierce is subbed in for Ilyasova.
Detroit calls timeout.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Adams comes in for Meeks. And a switcher also for Orlando. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Okafor. Jackson kicks to Adams. Muhammad with the steal. And now here comes Neal leading the break. Paul passes to Muhammad. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Right side, Pierce. Adams outside. Back to Pierce. Here's Neal. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Goes up on the wing. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Spates. Paul's got the game tied up here for the Magic. Outside Jackson. Adams in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. There's a screen. Out to the right wing. Magic moving the ball around. Paul. Again, the Magic score.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them. And obviously, Chris Paul's one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Adams dishes to Jackson. Looking to end the drought. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Al Paul. He's got 11. To the paint. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Pierce. Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA All-Team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah, you know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career. Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game. If you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
For the Pistons, Ilyasova, he's checked in for Pierce. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Johnson. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Okafor.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
From the arc, the shot is off. And Orlando the other way now.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
Harris kicks to Thompson. Here's Jerebko. No good with the triple.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
Okafor in the post, covered by Evans. And Thompson kicks to Jerebko. He feeds it to Harris. The pass to Okafor. Here's Jerebko.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Okafor with the block. And they get it back. And here's Ilyasova outside. Outside for Jackson. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
I like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
It's been a good night for Chris Paul. He's got 11 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Okafor. Thompson is out there with Jerebko. Then it's Ellis, and it's Paul in at the 1. There's the dish to Okafor. Back to Paul for the tie. And Orlando again with the bucket. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the wing right side. And here's Ilyasova outside. Another miss by Ilyasova.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
The offensive rebound. Okafor. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. He's really starting to heat it up, Kevin. They need to double team him every time he touches the ball on the catch.
Drummond's checked in for Reggie Evans. The Magic shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Passes it to Ilyasova. He kicks it to Cephalosha. To end the run. No good. And Orlando will come the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. The screen from Thompson. And it's Ellis penetrating. Can't connect from short range. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Ilyasova. Lays it up and banks it in. Ilyasova's got 9.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Paul outside. Thompson sets the pick for Paul. The 11-footer drained for 2 points. 15 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. To the inside. Okafor, the pass to Paul. Back to Okafor. Down low. 5 to shoot. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Paul. And he overshot that one, missing.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Coathis dishes to Ilyasova. And now Ellis running the floor. Oh, look at that.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And Okafor with the block. Here's Jerebko. Can't get it to fall.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Nick Coathis, guys, a quality player at the backup point guard position. You know, I think he's underrated defensively because he does know how to use his size, and he has quick hands. Gets a lot of steals out there on the floor.
Paul kicks to Okafor. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Drummond. Pierce comes in for Cephalosha. Johnson, he's checked in for Jordan Adams. And it's Jackson in for Nick Colathis. Orlando also making some changes. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Thompson. Muhammad comes in for Urebka. And Harris subbed in for Paul.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Pierce against Okafor. Here's Hill, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hill's got his first points of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Ilyasova. Then for the Magic, Spates checked in for Okafor, and Gary Neal subbed in for Ellis. On the wing, Jackson. It's stolen by Harris. Now here's Muhammad. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Spates. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Harris misses. Pistons trailed by 4. Jackson kicks to Pierce. Rebounded by Devin Harris.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Jackson comes over with the double. There's a good screen. Muhammad the pass to Hill. Here's Neal. The rebound by Johnson.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time to tell.
For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Harris up top, guarded by Jackson. And Neal kicks to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Pierce. Goes up. And it's blocked. Here's Neal. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Hill. Good D by Drummond.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
And the Magic making a change here. Okafor's checked in.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan, and he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
Jackson again. Harris. Jackson kicks to Black. Here's the screen. The shot by Pierce will not go.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Hill. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Detroit's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Johnson kicks to Black. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. For the lead. And it's laid in by Pierce. Pierce has got 11 points.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Harris dishes to Neal. .146 left in the third quarter. Okafor gets the bucket.
Assist goes to
Pistons shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Jackson against Harris. They set the pick. Drummond a screen. Pierce inside the three-point line. Back to Jackson. Dishes it to Johnson. Jackson against Harris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of the yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ellis comes in for Gary Neal. And it's Paul in for Devin Harris. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
So for the Magic, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Okafor, and it's Joe Ingles in for Muhammad. 1:12 left to play in the third. Feeds to Ellis. He dishes it to Ingles. Cephalosha with the steal. Pass break Detroit. 3, Marshall. Pistons keep it alive. Cephalosha kicks to Evans. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Pass to Meeks. Hill against Ilyasova. Over to the wing. Meeks. And it's sent back by Hill. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Meeks. Ilyasova's got 14.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Ellis kicks to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dedmon. Here's Ingles, and that's not going to go. And we've watched 3 so far in this. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. The Magic trail by 5. We've got Ilyasova. Jody Meeks out there with Kendall Marshall. And it's Tavo Safaloja. And it's Evans in the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Hill kicks to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Paul for 3. Again, the miss by Paul.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Now, here's Marshall, defended by Paul. Pass to Meeks. Fires the 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. Ingles passes to Dedmon. To the right side. The drive by Paul. Hill dishes to Dedmon. And the rejection by Evans. And Meeks kicks to Ilyasova. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Paul with the steal. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Ellis.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
And Paul over to help. To the left wing. And here is Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Meeks outside. Cannot hit. The Magic trailed by 3. Kicks it to Paul to tie it up. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one. Now the feed to Ilyasova. From the top of the key, it's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And so they foul intentionally. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. He feeds it to Paul. Hill left side. Now the pass to Dedmon. And the layup is good.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Blake kicks to Yarebko. Out to the right wing. On its way from Neal for 2. No good from the wing.
Ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Stolen by Pierce. Jackson with it. There's the dish to Evans. Passes to Pierce. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Dishes to Dedmon. To the left side wing. Blake with it. Guarded now by Jackson. 5 to shoot. And it's good. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession. And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Blake passes to Urebko. He kicks to Dedmon. In the corner, it's Blake. Feeds to Urebko. Fires from deep. And Pierce pulls it down.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
It's Jackson with the drive. Pulls up. But they get it back. Outside, Pierce. Outside, Jackson. Back to Pierce. Again, Pierce missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
That one goes. Count it. Urebko's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Tarek Black. And it's Ilyasova in for Reggie Evans. And Hill throws it down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Back to Jackson. Adams, right side. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners, none more impressive than his jumper over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the Truth for a good reason. I mean, Pierce grew up in L.A. and reportedly dreamed of playing with the Lakers. Ironic that he instead became one of the Celtics' all-time greats.
So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to Toronto. Jackson kicks to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Drummond. The kick out to Pierce. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce. All checked in for Harris. Orlando's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Paul dishes to Muhammad. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Paul kicks to Ellis. Okafor sets the pick for Ellis. Good D by Drummond. The Pistons trailing. And they double up Jackson. Pass to Adams. Jackson kicks to Pierce. 6 to shoot. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Magic have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Ellis with it. Now Pierce defending. Now Muhammad goes up off the pick. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Just absolute domination in this one from Muhammad. He's got 11 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
And the Pistons making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Paul kicks to Muhammad. Pass to Hill. The feed to Okafor. It's back to Hill. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Drummond. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Pistons making a change here. Evans is checked in. Good on both. Pistons trailed by 5. Outside Jackson. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Black's checked in for Detroit. And a switcher also for Orlando. Spates is checked in. And so it's Detroit with the ball. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
He's been hot here in the 4th, contributing big at the right time.
And he's, let's face it, hitting everything. A perfect 4 of 4 in the quarter.
Paul outside. Kicks it to Spates. Uncovered. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Jahlil Okafor.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
A different look here for Detroit. Cephalosha comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Marshall in for Reggie Jackson. Pistons trailed by 4. And Marshall kicks to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Johnson. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ilyasova. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And taken away by Johnson. They get a hand on it. And here we go with the Magic fast break. It's deflected. .146 left here in the 4th quarter. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Paul with the ball. Ellis the pass to Okafor. The dish to Spates. Pass break Detroit. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot from the wing. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. 1:21 left to play here in the 4th. Ball against Johnson. Paul goes in. Spates kicks to Okafor. The pass to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. Here's Spates. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 4. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Different look here for Detroit. Evans, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Pierce comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Jackson in for Kendall Marshall. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Black dishes to Pierce. Fade away. Black kicks to Pierce. Again, Pierce missing.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Here's Okafor. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up. There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
It's good! And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Evans misses there. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best, we taking over. Listen, spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter, on up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali, Catman and Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing that spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel and switch it. Red light stop, make it drop for the out. With it, anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need, I said I
If
get
you
it.
want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. 'Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over.
Black flag, we rich. Yeah.
Listen.
Bounce, it's what I does. I get money every day I does that. It's how I ride. Black flag on the left too. And ride, you better move. Yeah, get shit like shine that's on my neck. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie in my city. Please no fit it. Hit them too. The bread and get stupid. Money that come, run it like water. Money so hot. Miami on fire, you better be. Might get on the porch of your fortress. Yeah, they see it, but no one reports it. I run in,
'Cause
strip
we
routes,
taking
follow.
over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Listen.
Back when you see, better duck like the Mac, gotta ease past. What? I don't give a f***, I run these streets, y'all talk that